Today I am at the Presidio in San Francisco. It's absolutely a beautiful day out here, like 72 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. And I had to do at least a couple San Francisco videos for you. I wasn't actually going to come here, but I decided, you know what? After coming here a couple times on my own without filming the videos, it seemed all right, so I would give it a try. And I don't regret coming. It's just gorgeous. So today we're going to talk about essentially what could be the largest layoff in American history from Amazon that was just recently announced, as well as a lot of the different problems and issues that you guys are facing. Because a couple weeks ago, I made a video and I asked for a lot of your comments and feedback about the challenges that people are facing in today's economy and the things that people are essentially giving up and the sacrifices that people have to make in order to just make ends meet, in order to make things work. But first, let's talk about the layoff situation, and then we'll get to the things that you guys are going through. A couple days ago, Amazon announced that they were going to be laying off as much as 10% of their corporate workforce, which accounts for about 30,000 workers, guys. I mean, these layoffs are becoming gigantic. And remember, just last week, Amazon got caught saying that they were going to be cutting 600,000 jobs by the year 2033. Well, 10% of them are already going to be happening right now, apparently. Now, there was sort of like a correction on this story where they came out and said, well, it's only going to be 14,000 jobs. It's not going to be 30,000. And the 14,000 job cuts are essentially happening right now. Well, you can pretty much rest assured that they are going to deliver on that promise for the extra 16,000 jobs in the next few months, even if it's not till next year in 2026, because clearly this is the direction that they're going right now. And these are corporate jobs. These are not warehouse positions. These are not delivery driver positions. In fact, they're hiring 250,000 seasonal workers to help with the holiday workload. So those people are not going to be affected. But this is important because the Amazon workers who are affected are big white-collar earners, people that probably make multiple six figures a year, probably between $150,000 and $300,000 a year at Amazon. And when those incomes get lost, it's going to be next to impossible for those people to replace them. And the reason why that's a problem is because our economy revolves so heavily around spending. And since those people are essentially in the top 10 or even 1% of Americans, and the top 10% of Americans have accounted for over 50% of the spending for the last few years, you can see how that becomes a problem, especially when GDP is measured by spending. Now, one thing you'll notice is these layoff numbers are starting to hit the same scale that was being hit back when we had the GFC or leading up to it, okay? Because when you look at the 10 largest layoffs in American history, when we exclude the amount of jobs that were lost after World War II, Boeing was actually the top of the list in 1971 when they laid off 60,000 people. General Motors in 2009 let go of 47,000. Ford in 2006 let go of 34,000. And then AT&T let go of 40,000 back in 1996. After that, we're already at the Boeing layoffs of 31,000. And Amazon is going to be right up there in this top 10 list. How about that? Check this out. This is something that people come here to see. It's called the Yoda Fountain here in the Presidio. Something cool to come take a look at if you're into Star Wars and you're in the vicinity one day. But the point I'm trying to make is these layoffs are huge, guys. And we really haven't seen anything like this up until recently. The past 3 years have been getting progressively worse with the amount of people losing jobs. And at the same time, it's been progressively worse from people not being able to find new jobs, especially new jobs that can replace the massive incomes that people are losing, like somebody working for corporate in Amazon. And layoffs have been so bad in 2025 that as of the end of July of this year, we have already lost more jobs in 2025 than all that were lost combined in 2024. And as of September, employers have announced over 1 million job cuts, which is the largest number that we've seen since the pandemic in 2020, according to Challenger, Gray, and Christmas. So this job market collapse is getting real. According to Challenger, Gray, and Christmas, they say that Technological updates, including automation, are responsible for about 20,000 job losses, and a little over 17,000 job cuts can be attributed to AI, which I'll talk about a little bit later in this video, because somebody who works in the tech space sent me an email that pushes against that notion, which I'll go over what he said later on. UPS, they have also cut over 34,000 workers over the course of the first 9 months of 2025. So they have been steadily letting people go as the year goes on. And every day that we turn around, it's just like, who's next, right? Every day you can look at the news and see a new round of layoffs that was just announced, even if it's small, even if it's 500, 600, Target just announced another 1,800. Like, these numbers add up to people losing jobs, and the jobs that are out there to replace those jobs are not paying what people need to survive right now.